everybody. Mr. DM here. Just thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. Want to welcome everybody here. We still have some players that have some technical difficulties that we're kind of working through, but it should be just a few more minutes. So thanks for being patient. We really appreciate you. But yeah, feel free to ask some questions, talk to each other. We just put a poll up in the chat. I think it's a very apt and appropriate question considering our folks who are playing. Will our heroes burn the orphanage to the ground? I guess, we'll find out. But please make sure to vote. And as a reminder for folks especially for folks who may not have been in any of our sessions before, welcome. And also wanted to let you know you can, when we actually start the game, you could actually do it now if you want to do so. You can actually buy inspirations for the players using channel points. So if you want to give the players some help, a helping hand, you can actually purchase that with the channel points. If you're feeling a little randy and you want to maybe screw them over a little, you can buy me some inspiration. You can find that down in the channel points purchases. You'll see under player and DM inspiration. So feel free to use them. You get 2 per player and only 1 DM inspiration. And you can choose an individual for it, or you can just make it for the group, and then the group will decide if someone gets to use it or not. So enjoy when we get started, and don't forget, use your channel points, because it can help them. And considering that this is probably, I think we're on session 3 of this Battle of the Orphanage, they're going to need all the help they can get. I've got my TPK shirt on, so we'll see what happens. Hey folks, it's Mr. DM again, just letting you all know we're just about ready. Hope you're ready for some good D&D action. If you're looking to catch up on what we've been doing so far, you can actually go on our YouTube page and check us out. We have all of the D&D sessions, well, most of them. We still got some more to put up for both our Wednesday and Thursday games. And also, if you are interested in something a little less serious than D&D, you can also check out our Honey Heist one-shot that we did last week, where I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but, you know, a bunch of bears doing crime. I mean, that pretty much sums it up. So, you know, don't watch now. Wait till you finish watching us tonight, and then you can watch it later. But if you like bears and you like crime, I can guarantee that you're going to like that one-shot. So thank you again for sticking with us and being here tonight. And looking at the poll, wow, there is little to no joy for our heroes. Our heroes look like they are, according to the poll here, 100% of folks that voted that you will all burn this place to the ground. So that's very interesting. Thank you everybody who voted, and we will see if that actually comes true this time. Again, thanks for bearing with us, and we're going to be starting pretty soon. All right, folks, here we are. We are here and we're back. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for being patient. We appreciate you. I am Mr. DM, and with me are my wonderful players. Hello, wonderful players.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, wow. Good to see all of you. We've been gone for a while, but thankfully we are back. And we've got a couple of things. So we're going to jump right. We're going to get into some very, very quick. We're going to get some quick announcements, and then we're going to jump right into where we left off, because there's still a lot going on here. All right. So, folks, quick announcements. As you can see, we have some new additions to our overlay. There's going to be some big changes over the next couple of weeks, thanks to some amazing folks like Grant Wilson. And our patrons on Patreon. We're going to have some amazing changes coming up soon, so I want to thank them. Also, again, as a reminder, you can use channel points for inspirations for the players or myself. And you get 2 for each viewer gets 2 for the players and 1 for me. So use them wisely. It's a little more expensive if you want me to screw over the players, though. Just bear that in mind. So that's that. We will have starting next week, we will have new merch in our merch store. Right, currently there's no merch in the merch store because we are overhauling everything. But on our Wednesday game of Tyranny of Dragons next week, we will be showing off some of the new merch. So if you're interested in supporting in that way and actually getting some quality merch that has amazing artwork on it, you check it out. It'll definitely be there, as I said, next Wednesday. And I think that's about it. And again, just bear with us. There's lots of updates have been happening to, you know, operating systems and Discord and many other things. I will also, this is for my players. I will tell you all to check your D&D account, D&D Beyond accounts. Make sure that your armor and all of your items are equipped, because D&D Beyond did an upgrade of their systems, and many players have found that all of their things in their backpack were unequipped. So just go into your equipment, make sure that your stuff is clicked and equipped, because if it's not, it will not show up in your attacks. Your armor class will be wrong. So do a very quick scan of all of that. Make sure all of the things that need to be equipped are equipped, such as armor and weapons and magic items and all of that good stuff. And yeah, for those who don't know, we use D&D Beyond. You can see in the overlay in real time as our players are getting hurt and healed and all of that good stuff. And you can see some of their stats as well if you are watching on Twitch. So please, by all means, use all the good stuff for that. And outside of that, I think that's about it. So with that, let's get into the game. All right, so as a quick update, since it has been almost 3 weeks since we've gotten together, you have been running some errands for the local mob boss, the gentleman, because it turns out you've kind of screwed over some of his business unintentionally, or intentionally, depending on how you look at it. And so in order to make amends and not make your lives worse, you have been running some errands. He's given you a list of things that he needs done. And you've taken care of most of them, except for 2 things. You are currently hopefully finishing up one of the last of the 2 things, where you had to go into the orphanage and essentially collect a debt from the matron of this orphanage, who turned into, when approached and negotiations kind of broke down, she changed, her physical appearance changed into something a little more ghastly, and definitely a little more magical. All of the lights went off in the orphanage, and the orphanage seemed to be magically sealed. All doors, all windows, all shutters. And you were all promptly attacked by some of the orphans as she attempted to make some sort of escape. Going through the massive orphanage, both floors, you realized that there was a mixture of real orphans and also some not so orphans. They could possibly be orphans, but they're definitely older than your average orphan. And during these attacks, you have all sustained various amounts of damage. Some of you going unconscious, some of you being raised. But you have not only done that, you've also completed making sure that the downstairs area was not set ablaze, as a fire seems to have been taken care of. Now, you're still unsure how that happened, but if you had to guess, you'd probably say it was probably something to do with the people that you're fighting. They were probably the cause. However, this has been going on for some time, and in the midst of this battle, somehow you have convinced the actual orphans of the orphanage to assist you. Now, to remind you all once again, you are all under the seeming spell, and you all appear to be under the illusion of being nobles of various either elven, human, or half-elven stature, with the exception of Squall. Apparently, Squall is seemingly some kind of judge and an associate Richter, a vice Richter, if you will, here in Zadash. At least his facade is this, and therefore this is what everyone in this building is seeing. So when Rowan wild shaped into a wolf, a majestic wolf, not That is not what everyone saw. Everyone saw a noble woman on all fours running around like a crazy person. And this is basically what's going on. So as these orphans are now assisting you during this fight, they are chanting, "Help the rich weirdos," while they're actually assisting you. Now, again, a reminder, they're not actually like pulling out weapons and like fighting. They are currently like trying to get in the way. They're pulling on the folks that you're fighting, trying to like, in D&D terms, they're using the help action to help you all out, but they are not actually fighting, because as you're looking at them, they really do seem to be children. But something has provoked them. One of their ilk has kind of rallied them to help all of you, and that is currently what is happening now. So again, we're going to be going back and forth, as some of you are on the second floor and some of you are on the first floor, doing battle with all of these various things. So what we're going to do, let's see, we're at the top of the round. We always leave at the top of the round. And that is actually going to put us on the first floor. And at the first floor, as we get to the top of the round, it is the matron's turn of the orphanage. Galen, you are at the doorway. You have kicked the door open, if I recall.
I thought that it was my turn because like her turn had passed and then it was the top of the round for us.
Well, what do you? No, well, what do you recall? What she did?
Yes, she. I think she casted like 3 spells on me: a charm spell and 2 scorching rays. I think
that's right. That's right. That's right. All right. So yeah. So with that, as this door is now open and you are staring directly at her, and she is hovering. Her feet are not on the ground. She's kind of hovering slightly above the ground. Galen, it is your turn.
All right. Knowing that this might be our one and only shot to actually kill her, I am going to rush her and attack her with my quarterstaff.
Okay, go for it. While you're doing that, let me see. I think I'm going to put on some fight music. Let's see.
So, first attack is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then second attack, because I have extra attack, is a 10.
Is a 10. The 10 does not hit.
I have a personal inspiration, so I'm going to roll that.
Okay.
All right, 27.
That does hit.
All right. So now I'm going to be rolling damage. So the first hit, that does 12 damage, first hit.
The first hit does 12 damage. Okay.
And the last hit does 10.
Well, specifically with bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you said the first hit was 12 and the second one was
10.
10. Gotcha. All right.
I don't know if the thing was counted, but I did 19 damage on like a previous turn.
Oh, that was counted already. That was already added.
Okay. Good. All right, so I'm going to use my final key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So first hit. And 11.
All right. 11 does not hit.
The last hit is a 20 non-natural.
Okay, yeah, that does one. That one does hit.
All right, and now this is the damage. First hit is 10 damage.
Okay.
And final hit is 7 damage.
All right. Yeah, so you rush up to her and you just start just hitting her with these.
Take 10 away, sorry.
Yeah, that last one didn't hit. Yeah, that last one didn't hit. So you rush in and you begin hitting her. First one hits, second one hits, third one hits. The last one, she kind of dodges out of the way. And she's taken a significant amount of damage. She's definitely, you can see she's spitting up some blood. And again, her blood is like this viscous kind of black, dark. It's red, but it's almost black how dark this blood is. And she's just kind of looking, still hovering slightly above the ground. And she goes, very well. Like, see, this is how we're doing this. All right. And that is there anything else you want to do?
I guess wait for my reaction for when she leaves my attack range, or with my Mage Slayer feat, if she casts a spell or anything.
Okay.
Just wait for my reaction.
All right. So that was a great turn. All right. So Galen, that was your turn. Leah, it is now your turn. Squall, you are on deck. So as a reminder, Leah, you are at the top of the stairs. You began coming down to the first floor, so you can actually see what's happening down, as you're staring down at the stairs. There is, you can see Rowan, on all fours. You don't see her as a wolf, but she seems to be engaged with one of the attackers here. And there are 4 children who are just kind of like pulling at the attacker. And some of them are definitely like staring at Rowan and like trying to like not be so close to this weird lady on all fours growling and barking.
Good kids.
And they are definitely chanting, help the rich weirdos, help the rich weirdos. So what would you like to do? So this is you right up here.
Your mic, you're muted.
We can't hear you, Leah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
There you go.
It's an old computer. I had to push the button down harder.
No problem. We still can't hear you. Sorry. Oh no, I can't hear you. I don't know what you want to do.
Almost.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that I can see that I can attack?
Your line of sight is not great considering where you're standing at the top of the stairs. The attacker is about the same size as all the kids. So you'd actually have to get down from the stairs to actually get a better line of sight on.
I'm going to travel down the stairs then to get the better line of sight.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15. Okay. Yeah, now that you're at the bottom of the stairs, the banister's not impeding your view. You can now see the attacker you can see the attacker is not sure if he wants to attack Phoebe or Rowan.
I'm gonna try to take a shot at him with my crossbow.
Okay, go for it.
All right, let me just pull it up. There we go. Crossbow. 13 plus 8 is 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Do I get any sneak attack or?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, if you want to roll again, you have advantage because all of these kids are like grabbing at his arms and trying to stop him, and they're giving you the help action, so you can actually roll for advantage, just in case you get a nat 20.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 8 the second time.
Okay, no, so you keep the higher one. You keep the higher ones.
Okay, so it's been so long since I did this. So I roll a total of 4d6, correct?
Well, that's what are you attacking with? Your crossbow, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you hit, and let me see.
The crossbow is 1d6 plus 5, and sneak attack is 3d6.
Yeah, so roll the crossbow attack first, and then roll the sneak attack.
Okay, crossbow attack was 5 plus 3 is 8.
Okay. And then your sneak attack.
$10 total, 4, 1, and 5.
All right. So yeah, as the attacker is being harried by these kids and trying to figure out, if he's going to attack Phoebe or Rowan, the crazy lady with the on all fours, he's definitely surprised when this crossbow bolt hits him square in the shoulder, and he's like and it's just like blood just pouring down from the wound. Still up, but definitely looks very, very hurt. That was a big hit. I
don't think I have any movement, right? So I'm good.
Well, no, your full movement is 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have 10 feet of movement if you want to take it. You only move 20 feet.
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, with that, second. All right. So with that, it is now Squall's turn. And that will take us up to the second floor. All right. There's one of the attackers is directly behind you on the stairs, or in front of you if you're actually going down, depending on which way you're facing. Jarina is prone in front of you on the ground. I don't remember, Jarina. Are you unconscious at this point, or are you just prone?
I already failed a death saving throw.
Okay. But the other children definitely are in the process of trying to help you. So all the kids that are circled in red are actually trying to help you right now.
Can I provide Jarina aid? Like, I don't have any rations or medkit. Can I somehow go up to her and is maybe just stabilize her without?
I will say, are you proficient in medicine?
No, probably not.
No,
definitely not.
Then this is where a healer's kit would actually come in very, very handy for you.
I bet it would.
Yeah, that or a healing potion. But without
which we used,
without that, there's not much you can do. I mean, I'll let you roll a medicine check, but it'll be at disadvantage because you're in the middle of fighting. All of this is happening, and you don't have the proper tools. It's going to be a very high DC.
Well, that one.
Yeah, you just look at Jareen and go, "Fuck."
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You actually start like touching where she's like hurt and cut and bleeding, and your hands are now all slick, and your sword falls out of your hand. That's what happens with a nat 1, unfortunately. And then you say fuck. That's your action. Doing that's your action. So you have a bonus action and movement left.
Sucks. As a bonus action, I'm gonna manifest echo.
All right, I think this is probably the last one you could do, if I recall. You can do it as many times as your Constitution modifier per long rest. So what's your Constitution modifier?
3.
3.
So yeah,
I think this is the last one. Yeah. All right. So where do you want it manifested?
But to behind me, like I guess. No, what is it, like over the banister, like on like that one empty square that doesn't have friendlies?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Boom, and you manifest your echo. I don't know why he comes up to 7 feet. I got to change that. But yeah, there he is. All right, so that's your bonus action, and you do have some movement if you'd like to take it.
That's a wall. No, because it's gonna engage a opportunity of attack, so I can't afford that. I'm gonna hold.
Okie doke. All right. So that is Squall's turn. Next up, actually. Okay, yeah. So now we are. We are making our way back downstairs to the first floor. As it is now, this individual's turn down on the first floor, trying to attack either Rowan or Phoebe. These kids are really pissing him off, but they are not really the threat here. All right, so I'm gonna roll a d6. 1, 2, or 3. He's going to attack Rowan. 4, 5, or 6. He's going to attack Phoebe. All right, he's going to turn around and he is going to attack Rowan. So yeah, he's going to take 3 attacks on you, Rowan. He's unarmed and he's just going to start punching at you. And he's aiming for your face because like your face is just right there as you're growling and barking at him. He's just like, So the first hit is going to be a 7. I don't think a 7 hits. Not even your wolf. Yeah. So he takes a swing and you dodge out of the way. Jesus, that's a 9. I don't think that hits. And then the third swing. Wow, that was a fucking journey to fail. That's a 7. Actually, I'm going to take one of my DM inspirations and I am going to re-roll that. And
thanks, Torias.
and that's a 21 to hit. All right. So, he's going to hit you after. So he misses with 2 strikes, hits you with the 3rd. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Every job I ever had.
4.
4. As he lands the last punch, you dodge and you're feeling good. And as he lands the final punch, he hits you right in the temple. And as he does, your vision goes white just for a moment. And as it begins to return to you, you go to kind of lunge towards him, and you find that you cannot move any of your muscles. You are stunned until the end of his next turn.
For the record, don't forget, we have 6 inspirations, group inspirations. Try to use them when you can.
Where did that voice come from?
Alrighty, so that is his turn. Phoebe, you are up now. Sora, you are on deck. So Phoebe, you have advantage because you are technically flanking with Rowan. And you have a bunch of children helping. So whatever you like to do at this point, let me know.
The child to the left of me was that the person? Was that the one that fucked up Rowan?
The one right in front of you, he has an A beneath his name.
Okay.
That's how you know that that's the bad guy.
Okay, so I have melee. I am going to use my hand axe.
Okay.
Now a second.
And Sora, you're on deck. What you got, Phoebe? What you got?
Does 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
$10 damage.
10 damage. So as you go to try and swing your hand axe, he begins to dodge, and you actually see the dodge happening. And you're able to just kind of very quickly redirect your attack, and you actually take a chunk of his ear off. And as it does, he's he's still standing, but he's a mess right now. Just blood is now just pouring into his hand from his ear. He's just holding. He's like, and now he's beginning to look around, possibly for an exit from this fight.
Oh, joy.
Thanks, Phoebe.
I have a second action.
Yep, go for it.
Like I have 2 attacks.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
I'm gonna hit him with the hand axe again. 20, not nat.
That does hit.
8 damage.
8. This time he's so focused on the pain, he actually doesn't realize the attack coming in, and you just bury it right into the shoulder where Leah actually shot him with the crossbow. And then you pull it out, and as you do, it's just like this huge gash is now gushing more blood. He's barely standing on his feet, but now he's just like, and he is definitely looking for an exit. Anything else you want to do? You got a bonus action, possibly? He looks to give you an idea, he looks like if he breathes hard right now, he'll probably pass out and die.
I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. All right, so you stay where you are, no problem. You can just kind of ready yourself for the next attack, or anything else that happens. Sora, it is now your turn.
I am at the doorway to the bathhouse, correct?
Yes, you are. You are also, if you recall, you are hexed. So you do have like these black swirling like shadows kind of clinging to you.
Okay. I'm going to take my action to take a health pot.
Okay. So that is a 2d4 plus 2 if it's a regular healing potion. And that's a bonus action for you. So you still have an action and the rest of your movement.
Okay, I heal 5. I am going to stay here for right now and hold my action until somebody comes in front of me and tries to attack me or what have you. I'm going to use Ray of Frost.
So you're holding Ray of Frost. Okay. All right, so you begin to prepare the spell just in case someone comes in, and so you can release it. No problem. Alrighty. So next up, to the second floor. Back to the second floor. As it is now, some of the two individuals upstairs, it's now their turn. All right, so as Jarina is laying out bleeding on the ground, and these kids are just kind of pulling on this individual. He's just like, the fuck off! Get off me! Get off me! And he's just kind of like starting to shove the kids out of the way, and he is going to try to run. Yeah, he's going to run through this group and try and get to the banister. 15, 20. I need to check something really quick. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah, so it does. He does make it. He just kind of like pushes past these kids and gets to the banister. He's going to attempt to jump down over the banister. I'm going to roll a dexterity check to see how well he does.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Does Squall's Echo have an attack of opportunity?
It does not.
Okay.
That's what I was just checking. So it does not get an attack of opportunity, unfortunately. I rolled his dexterity check. So he pushes past these kids and he tries to do this really cool, just puts his hand on the railing and jumps and leaps over. And Squall, you just watch as he his foot catches on the banister and he just goes tumbling over the banister and hits the ground. He will take 6 bludgeoning damage and is now prone. And that is all of his movement, so he can't even get up. It didn't even use his action. So that was his movement. Let me make sure I register how much damage he did. And it's interesting because this individual has not been hit yet. The other one that's behind you, Squall, seems very damaged and has taken some beatings. Of the two of them, this one has not taken any damage thus far and just damaged himself. So, all right, so that happened. And then, let's see. You know what? Fuck it. He is going to use his action to dash. So he's going to get up from prone, which will be half his movement. And then is going to continue to try and run down the stairs. And boom, he is now on the first floor. All right. Now the individual that is behind you, Squall, she sees all this happening. She just kind of shakes her head and is going to try and attack you. So, second. Actually, everything I said about the one getting hurt, scratch that and reverse it. The one behind you, Squall, is the one that's already hurt. That's not hurt. The one that just fell, that was the one that Leah had started attacking. That was the one that Jarina actually did some damage to, and he hurt himself even further. So that's what I have. So the one behind you looks fresh, hasn't taken any damage, and she is going to begin her attack on you as she pulls out. Let's see. Yeah, she pulls out her short sword, and she's going to take 3 attacks on you. So the first attack is a 25 to hit.
I'll hit.
You take 9 piercing damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. Ooh, all right. So Squall, you fall unconscious to the ground. Your echo disappears. And she's just like, and then she begins to book it down the stairs. And now she is on the first floor. So let us switch to the first floor. It's a lot of maps. All right. And so we have her and him. Leah, you hear noise coming behind you, and as you look, you see 2 individuals running down the stairs behind you, and one of them is not even paying attention and stops right behind you before they realize, that there's somebody there.
Leah will be right back.
Okay. And that is their turn. And I will say at this point in time, yeah, okay. All right, that was Squall's turn. And so next up is, no, it wasn't. That was Squall's turn. It was their turn. Rowan, it is now your turn. Jarina, you are on deck.
I'm sorry.
You can use advantage to break through the stun.
Well, no.
Oh yeah,
no.
that's right. I'm stunned.
Yeah, you're stunned. That's right. So, no, it does. It's not a thing you can roll for. You are you are stunned till the end of the other individual's turn.
So I just look like this?
Yeah, you're just like. It is a frightening sight to these children. You are definitely nightmare fuel for some of these kids right now. Jarina, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Sir, yes, sir.
And you can, if it does go poorly, you do have some group inspirations.
Just a quick reminder, it is a D20, correct?
Yes, it's just a straight D20. 10 or better is a success.
I got a success. I got a 17.
All right, so that is a success. Excellent. All right, Jarina's turn. All right, we are now back at the top of the round, which takes us to the first floor. Lots of maps, lots of maps. All right. So Galen, as you're standing there, and this witch is just looking at you, she seems to be trying to consider, she's bloody. She's floating above the ground. Her hair actually is like as if there's like a breeze, but there's no breeze in here. But her hair is just kind of like floating and moving in the air as well. She just kind of looks at you. And she... Yeah, I think she's a little pissed. So and you watch as the blood coming from her mouth and some of the wounds that you've given her. Yes?
Would my Mage Slayer work?
Nope.
Does she cast a spell?
She's not casting a spell. This is an innate ability. So just wait for it. Okay. So the blood that is pouring from her mouth and from some of the wounds that she sustained begins to actually move from her face down her arm and begins to take a form in her hand. And you, if you blink, you miss it moment, you look as she is now holding a long sword made of blood. And she just kind of looks at you and she smiles. I think this is going to be so much fun. And she's going to attack you twice with this longsword. Actually, she's going to attack you once with the longsword. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And you will take...
I only have 3 HP, so...
Okay, so that's 9 slashing damage, and you are now
down.
And you are unconscious.
And this was not a spell, this was an innate ability?
Yep.
Alright. Well, in this case, I am going to... or is she going to attack me while I'm unconscious?
Well, you are on the ground, and you are unconscious, and in this moment, because you are unsure, you don't know what's going on, because again, your vision is now dimmed. You're unsure what happens next, but in game mechanics terms, her turn is over. And what will happen now is nobody knows what's going on in this room until they get to the door. So that happens. But as a player, I'm sure you're very thankful that nothing has happened to you yet. So there was not there was not an additional attack or anything like that.
Like
but,
last time.
Yeah, but you're not sure what's going to happen next. You are in a dark room dying with a woman that just swiped at you with a sword made out of blood. I don't think the next thing... I don't think she's going to cuddle you or kind of like, say sweet nothings in your ear. But, anything's possible. It's D&D.
All right, I'm heading out. I'll be back.
Wait. It's your turn. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Failure? What?
What'd you get?
You already stepped.
14.
14? That's a success. Alrighty, so that was Galen's turn. Folks are dropping like flies. I think I wore the right shirt tonight. All right. Leah, it is now your turn. Squall, you are on deck. What would you like to do, Leah? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Before that happens on initiative 20, a couple of things happen now because the kids are still helping. So on the second floor, this kid and this kid run over. And you don't, and Jarina and Squall, you don't hear this because you are unconscious. But essentially they start running over and because get that blanket, get that sheet. And they start ripping these sheets across, and they are all going to attempt to stabilize you. First, they're going to start with Jarina. That is going to be... Oh, okay. Jarina, you are stabilized. So you are no longer doing death saving throws, but you are still unconscious. Okay.
Gotcha.
And these kids run over to you, Squall, and they are going to do the same thing to you. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, you are stabilized, Squall. Still unconscious, but you are no longer bleeding out, and you don't have to make death saving throws. So that happens on the second floor. And yeah, okay. So, and then the other kids are the big orphan, the one that's been kind of rallying them. He turns to you, Leah, and he goes, "Look out!" And he throws something at the one running behind you, Leah. Oh, that's good. And then... Okay. And then... 2, 3... Leah, as you turn around, you see the tiniest stiletto dagger just right into this girl's chest. And she's still standing, but one, you didn't see the dagger in this kid's hand, and two, she's hurt. She's hurt a lot. Let's see. Yeah, that was 23 points of damage from a sneak attack and that dagger. And she looks very shocked, very surprised, and also very pissed. All right, so that is the orphan's turn. Leah, it is now your turn. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Jam that button down. Show it who's boss. Still can't hear you. I'm sorry.
She's gonna change the push to talk button.
Okay.
Hey, Lauren, where's the remote?
That
We almost heard you.
does that work?
Yeah, awesome. We got you.
Okay. The girl who now has the dagger in her chest, she was trying to kill me?
She was running down the stairs and stopped like right behind you. And he was like, "Look out." And then he just chucked the dagger at her. So now she's just like standing there behind you. She's within melee range of you right now. But she's not actually attacking you yet.
And she's an orphan, not a halfling, or we don't know yet?
You don't know. She just ran down the stairs towards you. And this kid just threw a dagger at her.
The kid who threw the dagger is the one that's been helping us.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn around and try to identify what she is, kid or halfling or whatever. Can I
Okay,
do that?
that'll be your action.
Oh, then never mind. I'll just fling a dagger at her.
Well, you're in melee, so if you're trying to throw it, it'll be at disadvantage, but if you're just going to stab her, that'll be regular. You're just going to try and stab her? Can't hear you. I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, we're going to do, yeah. Yes. Stabbing is always a good option.
$19.
19 does hit.
Does she get a sneak attack or a bonus action?
No sneak attack, because she's not engaged with anybody. So just regular stabby damage.
$9 damage.
9 damage? Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, that she definitely takes a damage. You stab at her, like she pulls the dagger out of her chest, and immediately you stab her again, and she's just like, ugh. And she kind of drops the dagger onto the ground, and she's just now looking at you. She's still up. She doesn't. She's taking some hits. She's not like woozy or really bad looking, but she's taking some damage. She's taking some hits. All right. Do you want to move from where you're at, Leah, or do you want to stay? Because you can remember, you're a rogue. You can bonus action disengage, so she can't take an attack of opportunity on you, and you can move away from her.
I'd like to disengage and move away out of the middle of the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you still have your full movement. You haven't used any of your movement yet. So, put yourself where you'd like to be after you bonus action disengage. All right. So with that, Squall, it's your turn. You're still unconscious, but you are stable. You're no longer bleeding out. You don't need any death saving throws, but at this point you're just kind of having a nice nap on these stairs.
That's at 1 HP, right?
No, you're still at 0.
Oh, okay.
But you're stable. So no more death saving throws. So essentially, you're not bleeding out. There's no more blood. They kind of staunched the wounds. Hold on, let me just double check again. Might be 1 hit point. Let's see. Just want to double check. Yeah, you're still at 0 hit points, but you're not dying.
Okay.
Alrighty. So with that, where do we go? We go to the first floor. We're already there. Okay, so the guy in between Rowan and Phoebe he's looking to get the hell out of there. He's swaying on his feet. He doesn't look good at all. What can he do? All right. Yeah, he really wants to attack Rowan because she can't move. She can't defend herself, but he can barely stand. You know what? Yeah. He is going to leapfrog over Rowan and bolt for the door.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep, Phoebe, you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Alright, I'm gonna use my hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
25 on that.
Yeah, you hit. Damage time.
8 damage.
8 damage. How do you want to kill him?
As he leaps, I'm gonna throw my hand axe at his head.
So yeah, so you watch him. He's just kind of holding what's left of his ear. He's just blood everywhere. He looks at you and he goes, "Fuck it," and he just goes running. And he begins to kind of put his hand where he thinks Rowan's shoulder is, and his hand goes through the illusion and touches fur. And he looks very confused. And as he turns, axe right to the front of his face. And he just falls to the ground right next to Rowan, unmoving.
Am I free now?
At the end of his turn, which is now, you find yourself, your muscles beginning to unlock, and you are now no longer stunned because it is the end of his turn because he's dead. He can't do anything else. But yeah, so that was his turn. And he be gone. All right. Phoebe, it is now your turn. Yeah, still standing. She's like,
All right, All right, going for another arrow.
All right.
16.
Just hits.
13 damage.
Nice. Another arrow almost almost right next to where you shot the other arrow. And she's looking hurt. Now she's looking really hurt. Still standing, not necessarily swaying, but definitely hurt. You have movement if you want to take it. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you good? Okay.
Yeah, I moved next to Rowan.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that was your turn, Phoebe. Sora, it is now your turn. Unfortunately, no one came into your line of fire, so the spell fizzles out. But now it is your turn. What would you like to do? Sora?
Yeah, I'm moving my character.
Okay.
The two behind Leah, those are hostiles, right?
As far as you don't know because you were in the room. You just see two kids running down the stairs. One of them looks really hurt.
No, the one's directly behind her.
Oh, these kids over here?
Yeah.
Those were kids that you previously saw kind of helping, like pulling on the attackers and such.
Okay.
But all kids look alike.
I'm gonna move up two more and hold my action for Ray of Frost again.
Okay. So go ahead, move yourself where you need to be, where you want to be, and you're holding your action for Ray of Frost. Alrighty. So that is your turn, Sarah. It is now the turn of the two on the stairs. Okay, so the young-looking girl who has taken all that damage on the stairs, she's just like, and she's going to jump over the banister. I'm going to roll a dexterity check for her to see how well she does. Okay, that's pretty good. She jumps over the banister and she begins booking it for the door. Rowan, now that you are unstunned, you get an attack of opportunity on her as she just tries running past you. And
12.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. So as she runs past you, you just kind of, and she looks at you really weirded out that this woman just tried to bite her.
Do you want to use the inspiration?
You could. You guys have group inspirations.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Because I'm right next to her, do I get attack of opportunity because she technically ran past me?
No. What she did was she jumped over the banister from here to here. So she was not in your melee range. So you do not get an attack of opportunity.
All right.
If it's okay with everyone, I'd like to use the group inspiration, but if you think we need that for other stuff,
Just use it.
okay, I'll use it. I got the same thing.
Unfortunately, yeah. It just you just kind of like, and she's like, oh, fucking crazy lady, and just keeps running, and trying to make her way towards the door. The other one, he sees what she does. He's a little high up, so he's gonna go down one, and he's going to attempt the same thing. All right. He jumps. He does make it, but it's not as great. He's going to expend most of his movement to do that jump, and he makes it that way. So you don't get an attack of opportunity on him, unfortunately, because he saw what you did, and he's like, and he just jumped a little higher off the banister. And you can now see they are definitely like running towards the front door. All right, so that's their turn. Rowan, it is now your turn. What you want to do, Rowan?
I noticed that Galen had gone into the room with the crazy thing, the crazy lady, and did not come out.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go into the room with the crazy lady, and when I get to the door and I see him on the ground, I'm gonna start to howl.
Okay. All right. So you move to the front door, and as you get there, it is open, and you see. Let's open that up. You see the matron standing over an unconscious Galen, holding this strange-looking sword to his throat, kind of waiting for someone to show up. And she sees you. And she kind of looks at you and she goes, "Well, aren't you an odd one? On all fours running around like an animal."
And I howl.
As you howl, she kind of looks at you a little harder and looks very confused. And she continues, "I don't know what your particular issue is, but if you can understand me, come any closer and your friend dies."
Tomorrow night.
So is there anything you want to do, or is that it?
Well, I really want to attack her, but I don't want her to cut off Galen's head.
Okay. You can make an insight check to see if she is bluffing or if she's telling the truth.
She's not bluffing. She's going to kill him.
Okay. All right. So you're just going to kind of stay there and continue to howl and growl at her? Okay.
Sure. Yeah, that stuff.
All right. No problem. All right. Jarina, it's your turn. You're stable. You're taking a nice nap on this wood floor here. All right. Top of the round is the matron's turn. She's got the sword to Galen's throat. She's just staring at you, Rowan, very confused. And she seems to be trying to make up her mind about something. And she's going to come to a conclusion. Yep.
Yeah, I just realized I could have held an action, and I wasted it. Is there anything?
What did you want to do?
Can I react? Can I react if she tries to kill Galen with the sword? Can I react to that?
Well, how do you want to react? Because it depends. If you want to attack her, you have to be in melee to attack her. And you're not. So what would you like to do? Would you like to? You can only hold an action. So you can attack.
Can I dash?
Yeah, you can dash towards her as an action, as a reaction to what she's doing.
Okay, yeah. If she tries to kill Galen, I'll dash at her. I mean, okay. I opened a door. Why not? Why can't I knock this bitch off of her high horse over here?
Okay. So, all right. So she's kind of looking at you. She's got this strange sword. And as you're looking at the sword, it looks like it's liquid because it's like undulating and moving. It's very, very disturbing. And then she just kind of looks at you, and in her open hand, you see this flash of purplish energy, and she just looses it at you. She is going to cast an Eldritch Blast at you, and that is going to be actually 2 blasts towards you. So that is going to be well, first I gotta roll for him. So the first attack is going to be, come on, help me out with this. Why are you giving me shit? All right, so oh, come on, you're giving me shit. Why are you giving me shit? Sorry about this, folks. So yeah, she's gonna cast Eldritch Blast, and that's going to be plus what? Plus 4. Okay. So the first hit, as she releases the first one, that is an 11. Does an 11 hit your wolf form? Your wolf.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
All right, and then the second one is going to be, that's a 14. Okay, so both of them hit. So as you get hit with these, the first one, you will take 9 force damage.
Hey, I have a question.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I've got 3 numbers here. I've got a 13, a 6, and an 11. Is the 11? It's 6/11. Is the 11 my HP, or is the 13 my HP?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. You should be looking at your wolf form.
Yeah, I'm looking at my wolf.
And then what your hit points are. What are your hit points as a wolf? Total.
It's 11.
Okay.
My armor class is 13. That's what the 13 is. Okay, so
Yeah.
an 11 does hit. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So you take 9 force damage on the first one,
Mhm.
and then the second one, you take 3 force damage. So you take a total of 12 force damage. So you shift out of your wolf form.
Mhm.
You still look the same, but now you are standing, and you take one of those damage points rolls over into your actual hit points now.
Okay.
All right.
So I have 5 left on my wolf. So I just subtract 5 from, what was that, 12?
Wait,
So
your total hit points as a wolf is 11, right?
Yeah, but I took damage in my last turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, however much damage rolled over from your wolf form is what you take as Rowan.
Okay, so I think it's 7 damage I take.
Okay. So, but now now you are back shifted into your elf form. You just now look like you are you just kind of, I just got up. And now you're just kind of standing, and you're no longer barking and growling, and on all fours.
Do bones crackle as she transforms, but it just looks like she just stood up?
Not really. With Druid Wild Shape, it's more of like a shimmer, and a liquid melding of shape shifting. So there's no like nasty werewolf bone cracks and stuff like that. She just kind of very fluidly shifts into her form or to an animal. And so yeah, she's continuing to hold the sword to Galen's throat, but does release those eldritch blasts at you, and seems very satisfied that they did hit you. She looks very confused that it doesn't seem like you took damage, because your illusory form does not reflect the damage you actually take. So there's a very confused look on her face, but she's still holding the sword to Galen. All right. Galen, I need you to make another death saving throw for me, please.
Sure thing. It would be a 16.
Okay, that's another success. So 2 successes.
Question.
Yes.
So, this is in our group chat. So, there's a question going on. So, when I attacked, I'm just gonna call her a witch. The witch.
Okay.
Did that remove the hex off of Sora?
That's
my attacks.
That's a good question. So you actually hit her 3 times. So she's got to
6
roll.
if you count the knives. Wait, well, no, 5 if you count the knives earlier, because I did damage to her before I ran up to her.
Right, no, but then she cast the hex. It was after the first that first the knives. She cast the hex after that, so it would only be those 3 hits at the beginning of when we started. So she has to roll concentration for that. So that's a good call. Good call. Thank you. So the first concentration roll is going to be a success. The second one is a success. And the third one is also success. So Sarah would still have the hex on her. So, but no, that's a good call. Thank you for reminding me. Got a lot going on here, and I sometimes forget my stuff. So thank you for the reminder. I do appreciate it. And you did succeed on your death saving throw, so you have 2 successes. So that's good. All right. On initiative round 20, we are now at initiative 20. It is now the Orphans' turn. Again, Squall and Jarina, you don't necessarily hear this, but all of the kids start running around. You hear a couple of them say, you don't actually hear it, but they say, "You get Leah, get Leah, get Leah." And this little orphan girl comes running over and shoves her hand into Squall's mouth. And then she pulls it out, and then she shoves her hand into Jarina's mouth.
Didn't consent.
We'll get to what happens after that. All right, so that happens. Again, you don't know any of this has happened, but this is what's actually happened. And she's tiny, like she's a very, very small kid. So it's not like, you got like cheeks filled with a fist. It is like a small hand went into your mouth and then was pulled out. All right. Leah, it is now your turn. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. The kids on the first floor. The kids on the first floor. Let's see. All right. Well, first things first. Let's shift Rowan back into her natural form. Because why not? There she is. All right, so Rowan she is not 7 feet tall, but there she is. And
I have thumbs again.
Yay! The kids downstairs, the one that's been rallying them, he starts running towards you, Rowan, and he's like, "Be careful! She's a witch! She's a witch!" And he's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Dude, I know.
He just runs right towards you, and he just runs right up next to you, and he's just like, "Please be careful! She's a witch! She's crazy!" The other kids, they actually say one moves there, there. They seem to form a defensive line where those two other baddies ran. They're running towards the door, and they make like a little line in front of where Phoebe is, almost like they're trying to protect Phoebe. And okay, that is the orphan's turn. Leah, now it is your turn. What would you like to do, Leah?
You muted. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So this dragon person in front of me, who is that?
That's Sora.
Okay. I gotta.
It's all the shadows around you, Sora. She doesn't recognize you because the hex is just clinging to you and like swirling, so she doesn't recognize you. Don't take offense to it.
Uh-huh.
I can only see half of the map. My computer is really screwy.
Okay.
So is there an active enemy behind us? Is that guy still up?
No,
Behind,
that guy is dead. He's on the ground dead. But two of them, the ones that were on the stairs behind you, jumped over the banister, and they are now running towards the door. So they are kind of all the way. They're like back here now, like making their way towards the door.
And they didn't attack anybody on the way. Is that right?
No, they're booking it. Like they're trying to get. It's clear. Like tables have turned. They're getting the hell out of there.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way over to where the other two people are. Let me see if I can zoom in and figure out who they are. I'm gonna move over to where 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I hold an action until something happens, till we have a new target?
Sure.
That's what I'd like to do then, please.
Okay, so
And the action will be, I'll hold the action of my dagger in case it's melee range.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're just holding a dagger attack until you see a target that needs a dagger in. Okay, gotcha. Official term, folks, a dagger in. All right. Awesome. So that is Leah's turn.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a shiv?
Possibly. All right. Squall. You come to consciousness at 1 hit point as your mouth, you start tasting this strange, like, taste in your mouth. And you start chewing slightly, and it feels like some kind of like fruit or something. And as you swallow, you still feel like shit, like you're at 1 hit point, but you're not hungry and you feel full for some reason. But it is like the taste in your mouth is like, is as if you pulled, like, say for example, you pulled like a blueberry off of a bush that was covered in dirt and leaves and no one cleaned it off. Like that is the taste in your mouth right now.
This is horrible.
Yeah, but you're conscious at 1 hit point.
This is horrible.
And there's a little girl like in front of you, and she's holding this like sprig of mistletoe, and she goes, "You're fucking welcome."
Thanks. Like, I don't. Is that all? I don't know how much that's gonna do for me. And I try to get up, and I guess I use my movement.
So you use half. Yeah, you use half your movement to get up from prone. And by the way, I'm gonna put a green ring around the little girl who just said that to you.
I want to keep her.
So, but yeah, you do have now half your movement would be, so you have 15 feet of movement left. You're at 1 hit point, and you still have your action and bonus action if you want to use it.
This is still dicey. Do I get? Can I see over that banister to? I guess it's only about 10 feet away, diagonal. To this guy.
Well, all right. So you don't currently see any of the enemies that were attacking you. All you can see right now are all of the kids that rushed to your aid when you were being attacked.
Okay.
And as you're just kind of looking around, like 4 of the kids are like, "They ran downstairs. They're downstairs. They ran downstairs."
I guess I'm gonna go back downstairs then.
Okay. All right. So yeah, 15 feet.
Like hobbling. Like,
Yeah.
I got nothing in the tank.
So yeah, 15 feet of movement will actually get you right to the top of the stairs on the first floor. So you can now see down. So we will switch. Yeah, so we'll switch screens. And we will put you at the top of the stairs here. And I fixed that. I don't know why it wants to make everybody 7 or 8 feet tall. It's so crazy. All right. So yeah, you're at the top of the stairs right there, and you can see like the shadows. Again, there's not a lot of light down here. You can see kind of like the shadows of people moving around, but in order to see more, you would have to actually get to the bottom of the stairs.
I'm just gonna stay right there, hold in action. If somebody comes in melee range, I'm gonna take a swipe.
Okay. I will. You know what? Make a perception check for me real quick.
Okay. There you are. 2.
Okay, yeah. So you're at the top of the stairs. You just kind of see some shadows moving. You're not sure who they are, and so you just kind of like put your back up against the wall and you're just kind of waiting here. But you're conscious. All right. And a little girl seems very very put out that you're not happier about it. All right. So next up is going to be our two individuals who are trying to escape. They're going to continue running towards the door. They get to the door. And Squall, you don't actually need to roll a perception check to hear this. You hear some steps, like maybe 10 feet below you, like on the other side of the banister. And you hear like footsteps running, and then you very clearly hear fuck, and that's it. So that's their turn.
They're locked in here with us.
All right. It is now Phoebe's turn. Phoebe, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I have so many tabs open. I don't know where the fuck anything is.
Get with the program. Come on.
I'm going to move next to...
Next to...
I'm just going to put myself next to them.
All right, next to Rowan. All right. Okay. So just so you know, Rowan is in front of the doorway. It is a small doorway. Like, it only fits one person at a time. And if you're to the left or to the right of Rowan, you still can't see into the room.
If I put myself behind her, will I be able to see?
You'll have a better view. It would be still somewhat blocked, but definitely better than
you can push me out of
right.
the way. You know, if I'm blocking your shot, just let me know. I'll duck or something.
All right.
I'm not pushing anyone.
What do you want to do, Phoebe? Come on.
I'm gonna
Perfect.
go behind her, and I'm going to hold my action.
Which will be what?
Whoever shoots first.
No.
First,
what? Yeah. So you're gonna
so
hold.
Whoever attacks first, I'll use my bow and arrow.
I was just hit with an Eldritch Blast. I mean, you can take a shot at her. I won't mind.
Okay. I'll take a shot at her then.
Okay, go for it.
I duck.
I don't know who's breathing.
Lauren.
It's Lauren.
Hey, look.
It sounds like a heartbeat.
Look. I like dirty phone calls as much as the next person. But that's
now won't turn off.
Yeah, that's a different game that we're not playing tonight. So,
Lauren, if you don't want to be bothered with the button, just go into Discord and mute the microphone.
She just has a sticky keyboard.
All right.
It'll make it easier.
Okay, Phoebe. So you take the shot. What did you get?
17.
17 does hit.
12.
12 damage. All right. Yeah. So that you let the arrow loose, and Rowan dodges out of the way, and it hits her right in her arm, and she drops the sword. And as she drops the sword, instead of it clanging to the ground, there is a splash of blood. That is now a pool of blood on the ground where the sword should be. You have another attack. Go for it.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Go for it.
16.
16 does hit.
10.
10 damage. All right. Yeah, you shoot at her again. This time it buries itself into her bicep, and you just watch as her arm goes limp. And she is now like, she's just looking at you, and just like like you have her full, undivided, murderous attention.
If you want to run away, that's cool too.
All right. So that was your action. Your movement. I think. Let's see. From where you were.
I moved like 15 feet.
Let's see.
20
5,
feet.
10, 15, 20, 20. You moved 25. You have 5 more feet.
25. Okay. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Okay. That was really good hits on her. So that's Phoebe. Sora, is now your turn.
All right,
Concentration. Sorry. Concentration.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's
No,
fine.
you're good.
So the first hit, that's a failure. So her concentration drops. Sora, you are no longer hexed.
Hooray! All right, I'm going to move to the stairwell to see if I can see where Jarina is.
All right. Yeah, you haven't seen Jarina at all since she went upstairs. So you can now see there is a wobbling figure kind of against the wall, holding a sword out, and you realize that it is Squall.
Squall, if you can, move to the side so I can get past you. Where's Jarina?
She's upstairs taking a nap,
A nap?
so to speak.
All right, well, just stay out of the way.
Are you
Say
going
less.
to use your action to dash upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so you use your action. 5, 10, 15. All right, yeah, you're able to make it up to the second floor. Let me put you on the second floor here. Hold on. Why is everybody 8 feet tall? You have enough movement to get right up to a little girl who is standing over Jarina, who is kind of laying prone, and this little girl has like this big sprig of mistletoe in her hand.
All right, I'm going to stay behind her for the time being. Actually, oh no, I can't do.
No, that's
as
it.
a bonus, as my bonus action, can I get to Jarina to give her a health pot?
Nope. That's it. You used your movement, your full movement. You used your action for another full movement, and that's it. So.
Okay.
but you're like right there. You're like 10 feet from her. You can see her on the ground. She's definitely breathing.
Okay.
But she's not moving as of yet. All right, so Sarah, that is your turn. Rowan, it is now your turn.
Yay.
What you doing?
I'm casting Guiding Bolt
All right.
at the witch.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I am.
Survey says
23 to hit.
that does hit. That absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
$14.
Okay, so two things happen. So as you loose this guiding bolt, this bright energy just surges from you, almost too bright. Everyone winces from how bright this surge of energy is, and as it leaves your body and hits her, you can just hear her begin to scream. Just she is now covered in this bright light. She's barely moving. She is just she's still hovering. But she seems to be just kind of like dipping and just kind of coming back up. Barely breathing. And the next attack on her has advantage because of the guiding bolt.
How much damage was that again?
Can I do anything else?
That's your action. So you have movement and a bonus action if you want to take.
I think I'm going to run up on her.
Okay.
And I can't hit her with my staff, so
yeah,
I'm just going to stare her down.
Yeah, just. All right. So you run up on her. All right. Galen, it is now your turn. Need you to make a death saving throw, please.
$16.
16. That is another success. That is 3 successes. You are now stable, but you are still unconscious. So no more death saving throws.
Nice. Question. How
Yes.
much damage was that last attack that Rowan did?
14.
14.
Okay.
All right. So we are now at initiative 20. With this, a number of things now happen. Actually, no, that was Rowan's turn. I actually skipped Jarena. Jarena, now your turn. I need you. Oh, actually, no. You wake up with the same nasty dirt, berry, juice nastiness in your mouth. Like you're eating not just a fruit, but you're eating dirt and leaves. There's possibly some bark in your mouth as well. It's just nasty, but you come back at 1 hit point. You are conscious but prone on the ground, and there's a little girl just standing over you holding this huge sprig of mistletoe, just staring at you.
Did you help me?
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And then she holds her hand out again. And it's like her hand is just like it's got dirt on it. There's like you can see splinters in her fingers. And as she opens her hand up, there's this little blue berry in her hand. And it's covered in dirt. And she goes, Here, that'll help you some more.
I'm going to take it and put it in my mouth reluctantly, but
Okay.
appreciative.
All right. So first off, you feel full. You feel like you just ate a full meal. You eat this berry, and now you feel like somebody shoved another meal into your stomach. But you now have another hit point.
So I'm at 2 hit point?
Now you're at 2 hit points.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
You're
taking
welcome.
Taking that was an action, correct?
No, she handed it to you.
Okay.
And and it's technically like taking a healing potion, so it is a bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to use half my movement to get up.
Okay. So wait. We're on the second floor. I gotta make sure we're on the right map. There we go. All right. So after your movement, you are now upright. Now, what would you like to do?
I look around. I see the mass amount of children around me. I don't see Squall.
You see Sora.
Okay, I do see Sora. Sora, what's going on?
Can I pass Jarina the healing pot?
It's not your turn yet, no.
Okay. Can she take it from me?
She can. Yeah, she can get to you. And she can take it from you, but that'll be her action.
So I could just move past this little child and Sora to go behind her, correct?
Yes, you can, as long as you don't end your movement in someone else's square, you can go through them.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass the little child and Sora, use my action to grab that health potion. Thank you, Sora, and I'm going to stay at the top of the landing.
Okay, are you going to start making your way to the first floor?
Yeah, I only have 15 feet of movement, so that was the last portion of my movement.
Okay. You can technically see Squall, like, down on the landing below you, but yeah, you are still technically on the second floor.
Okay. I still have the healing potion in my hand, right?
Right.
I'll wait till next turn to drink that.
Okay, perfect. All right, so Jarina, that is your turn. All right. Here we go. A couple of crazy things now happen. So as you are all in the various stages of this battle, on the first floor, on the second floor, you all begin to hear and feel this subtle rumble under your feet. I need every single one of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Even me?
You are prone, so no, you're fine.
Just a reminder, we do have 5 group inspirations still.
Yeah, you guys have inspirations. You better use them. I am going to roll for the kids.
I'm going to use one.
All right. And I'm going to roll for the bad guys. Ooh, yeah, they got natural 20. That good. All right, so going down the line, Jarina, what'd you get?
20, not natural.
Okay. Squall?
11.
11. Sora?
Sorry, I was looking at something in Discord. What am I supposed to roll?
Dex.
Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 6.
6. Leah? Can't hear you.
We can't hear.
Muted.
Unmute yourself. Remember, you muted the Discord. No, you muted the Discord. It's not the button anymore.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my dexterity saving throw is +8. I rolled a 15. That's a 23.
Oh, yeah. All right, perfect. Okay. Rowan?
9.
Was that 9? Okay. Phoebe.
16.
16. Okay, and Galen's already prone, so that's fine. Jarina. Oh, Jarina, I got you already. So, all right, so Squall, Sora, and Rowan, you are knocked prone as this massive rumbling turns into almost an earthquake. And this whole area on just the orphanage itself seems to be rocked by this shaking of the ground. You see the kids just kind of like, the kids, they all pass their dexterity saving throws. The baddies all pass their dexterity saving throws. They got a natural 20. But as this happens, even those of you who have been knocked prone, actually those only on the first floor, you begin to see a glow. And then another glow. And you watch as in this room that you are in, Rowan, this red shimmering energy opens up behind the matron. Squall, at the foot of the stairs, as you're looking downward, you see another red energy portal open. And as you're looking around, as like, what the hell is going on? Rowan, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
$17.
17. You look at the matron, and you can see that she is just as confused as you are as what this energy might be. But as she turns and she looks at this energy portal that's opened up behind her, she turns and she looks past the doorway at Phoebe, the one who essentially hurt her and has brought her to this moment. And you watch as energy begins to build in her hand. And it just encompasses her hand. All of the blood that is pouring from her face, from her wounds, begins to amass in her hand. And she just looks at Phoebe and throws it at Phoebe. Phoebe, you see this, what can only be described as this massive globule of blood come racing towards you. Leah, you see an energy open up behind Phoebe. I need you, Leah, to make a perception check for me.
Nine plus 8 is 17.
Okay. This energy, unlike the one that you can actually see by the stairs, the same as Squall can see, it is not red. It is blue. And as it opens, almost simultaneously, this globule of blood is racing towards Phoebe. And then this energy portal opens up behind her. This blue energy portal opens up. And you see this massive scaled claw reach out from through this portal. And when I say massive, it encompasses Phoebe's body as it pulls out and just encompasses her body. And you both watch as the blood splatters against this claw that is now essentially covering Phoebe. And as this happens, you can no longer see Phoebe, and the blood seems to just encompass this whole area. As you are watching all of this happen, the shaking stops. The portals are still kind of like flickering and moving. And then you actually hear just kind of resonating throughout the entire area.
That'll be enough of that.
And almost in a flicker, you just watch as the blood is flicked off of this massive scaled claw. And as it retracts, you see Phoebe unharmed. And you watch as energy begins to build in this claw and shoots out towards the matron. Rowan, you're the only one that actually can see this. Phoebe, your vision is blocked by this essentially just like claws. You can't see anything past these claws. But Rowan, you see this. The energy smacks into the matron, and she goes flying backwards into the red portal. And as she hits the portal, you just hear this eldritch scream emanate from her. And is immediately cut off as the portal closes. And you just watch as her head and an arm drop to the ground. The claw retracts more and begins to actually retract back into the blue portal. There is still a red portal at the foot of the steps. And Leah, I'll say, just because you're by this corner, you see by the doorway of the orphanage, the two individuals who are running, there is a red portal by that door. You watch as they kind of look at each other and jump into the portal. And as they jump into the portal, just for an instant, you hear a "Eh!" And then you watch as blood just comes shooting out of the portal, almost in a geyser. And then the portal closes. You all just kind of, the kids are now freaking out. They're like, huh? And they're, wherever they see that they're seeing this portal, they're just moving away from any of these lights, any of these portals. As this happens, that's where we're going to take our break. So, lots happened. I will say, in this moment in time, just so everybody is aware, including my players, that we are currently out of initiative. There seems to be a new threat happening. So there might be new initiative that needs to be rolled, but we'll see when we come back if that's the case. But the things that you were fighting previously don't seem to be an issue anymore. But we'll see what happens and what all of this craziness means when we come back. So we're gonna take a quick break. So stick around, don't leave, because there's still more game to happen. And we'll be back shortly. We'll see you in a bit. All right, folks, we are back. All right, so as we head back into the game, these strange portals have opened up in numerous areas, and this massive scaled claw, which seems to have protected Phoebe from the matron's final attack, is now beginning to recede back into the blue portal. A moment goes by, and then you now see a figure emerging from the blue portal. It seems to be an elven individual, very, very bronze skin complexion. The eyes are completely black. There are no whites to the eyes. And the clothing that they are wearing, very, very fine silks. The hair is pulled back, and the hair itself is also this kind of dark bronze color. And as this figure, also the features very androgynous. No, there doesn't, you can't actually make out a specific gender. And as this figure emerges from the blue portal and just kind of like looks at everyone for a moment, it does begin talking. And as it talks, the voice echoes throughout the entire area.
Have no fear. I do apologize for interrupting your fracas, but I felt it imperative in this moment to make my presence known.
And he just kind of stands there waiting.
Who are you?
I do apologize. It has been some time since I've been amongst individuals such as yourselves. I am Elith. You may call me that. I will warn you that the red portals are dangerous. Do not enter them or touch them. They are not of my making. However, the magic I used to create my portal unfortunately brought those forth as well. Someone has been playing with the thin veils, and I was able to finally make my way here, specifically to you.
And he turns and he looks at you, Phoebe.
Thanks for helping. I'm not feeling ungrateful.
You are very welcome, but I have important business and unfortunately I do not have a lot of time. Young lady.
And he's looking and speaking directly to you, Phoebe.
Yes?
You have something that belongs to me, and I might have answers for you as well.
And as he raises his hand, you watch as your ring begins to float out of your pouch and float towards them. And as it enters his hand, you watch as he just kind of grasps it and just kind of sighs very audibly. And seems to be very, very happy that the ring is in his hand, in their hands.
You see, this was taken from me many, many years ago. I've been searching for it ever since. It holds great value to me. But as it seems to also have great value to you as well. I
It does.
don't want to take it back, without offering something in return. So if you will allow me, I can only take one of you. But if you wish, you may come with me and learn the origin of this ring, why it is important to me, why I must have it back. In doing so, I could possibly...
And he kind of stares, not at you, Phoebe, almost through you. It's almost as if he's reading you, as if they're reading you. And they continue.
You have had some questions. You've been searching for answers. And I feel that I could possibly give them to you. If you wish, you may come with me, but I cannot hold this portal open much longer. Someone continues to play with the veils, and my time is short. So you must make up your mind quickly. Either stay here with your companions, and I will pay my debt to you at some future time. Or you can come with me now and get your answers.
And they just kind of stand there, kind of waiting.
I pause. I look at everyone. And I look back at him and I say, I feel like this is the only way. I do want answers. I will go with you.
Be careful, cousin.
Very well. You may say your goodbyes, but make them quick. I am having trouble keeping the connection open, so please be swift.
I turn to everyone that is present. I know we've had our differences. And I know we have not agreed. But I feel this is the best possible option for myself and for the people I care about in my life.
But where are you going? What is he where is he taking you? Are we ever going to see you again?
I'm not sure, but I feel I can trust him. If this is the only way, then I have to take it. This isn't just about my life. It's about my father's.
Be careful, Phoebe.
I will.
I run up to Phoebe and I give her the biggest hug.
I reciprocate.
Just be careful out there.
I will. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I hope you free your dad.
Thank you. I turn back to them. I'm ready to go with you.
Very well. And don't worry. She will be well taken care of. I will protect her. And who knows? We could possibly see each other in the future, but that's not my concern at this moment. We must go. Please, enter the portal when you're ready.
Before I step into the portal, I turn to them. maybe meet on a better occasion. And I step through.
Okay, as you watch Phoebe kind of step through the portal, Phoebe, you feel this kind of almost like this like tingling electricity, like pins and needles kind of as you pass through this portal. And as you enter the portal and you feel yourself slightly being pulled, as you emerge from this portal, find yourself in a large cavernous room. And as you look around, you see massive piles of treasure, gold, platinum, jewels, chests too numerous to count in this moment. Just look. The rest of you just see Phoebe pass through this portal and is now gone. The elven figure standing before you kind of like slightly bows to those that he sees and steps back through the portal. And as they step through the portal, you watch as the portal flickers and closes. Takes a moment, but the red portal by the stairs, seemingly being held by whatever power that was creating this blue portal, connected in some way, kind of, it seems to try and hold its shape and then flickers out. The rest of you are kind of left with some screaming, crying orphans, the head and arm of the former matron of this orphanage, and one less companion.
Rowan wants to figure out what that guy was.
Make a general intelligence check. Anybody who wants to try and figure out who that guy was, who that person was, can make a general intelligence check.
I'm sorry, person.
Galen has been knocked out throughout the entire thing, so he missed everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're conscious. You're unconscious, but yeah.
During this time, Sora makes her way back downstairs and is like, "Is everybody all right?"
I got a crit.
For a total
21.
of 21. Considering that you saw this, we lost somebody. We lost 0.
0.
So considering that
He was a dragon, right? He was a dragon.
Considering that you saw this massive claw first, and then this individual stepped through, kind of put those pieces together, it's a very good possibility that you just ran into an elder dragon.
And his name was Elith or Elith?
Elith.
Elith.
At least that's what he said you can call him.
Okay. I'm gonna see which of the orphans are the most calm, and I'm gonna ask politely for a flour sack that's empty.
Okay.
See if they can go scrounge one up.
Okay. So right now, the only orphan that seems to be somewhat in control, but still freaked out, but somewhat in control, is the one that's been kind of rallying the other kids. And he kind of like nods to you absentmindedly, but then begins to kind of go around to the other orphans, and he's like talking with them and trying to calm them as well.
We should probably do that.
He runs upstairs to check on the other ones, and eventually they all begin to calm. About 10 or 15 minutes after the death of the matron here, you watch as the torches in the orphanage begin to flicker back on. But you again, you just find yourself with a lot of questions more than answers of what just happened. But for the moment, it seems as if you are out of danger. You've definitely did what the gentleman asked you to do, in one way or another. But you still have these orphans to talk to. You still have rooms to search. You still have a lot of questions that need answering. But
Can I get everyone together in a circle and do a healing quick?
Sure.
The orphans too. I don't know who's hurt, who's not, who's starving.
The orphans seem to be actually pretty okay. They didn't actually get into fighting or battle or anything, so they seem to be fine. But you can get the rest of your group together without an issue, and begin the healing process. But even with all of these questions that you have, tonight is not the night you're going to get any of them answered, because that is where we're going to call it for the evening. And I want to, for those who have gotten the gist of what's happening, Comet is actually leaving the campaign. She will always be welcome back to the game, should, life and her schedule and all of that begin to clear up. But I really do want to thank her so much for playing and being part of the game and the group. It's a lot of fun. And this does leave the door open. If you should ever want to come back, you're always welcome.
I do a mass cure wounds for healing with the staff of healing, and everyone take back 25 points.
Okay. So anybody who's hurt, you get 25 points back, healing points. But again, yeah, Comet. If you should ever want to come back, you are always welcome. And we love you very much, and we're gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you guys too. It's been a wild ride. No pun intended. Playing the campaigns with you for the last 2 years have been really fun. I wouldn't change it for the world. But yeah, hopefully one day I can come back and rejoin you all.
And like I said previously, now that things are beginning to kind of open back up, and schedules are changing and people's lives are now having to adjust, this is one of those things. People come and go in games, but the important thing is that you all have fun together, but unfortunately real life has to come first, and this is one of those unfortunate times. But like I said, the door is still open. It would be very interesting to see you actually come back, to see what happened with this dragon. But should you not, I think that's a pretty nice exit. I hope you like that exit.
I did. It was very wholesome, which I do appreciate. So better than eating my ass
killed.
Yeah, just for those what she's alluding to is when we were actually discussing her leaving the campaign, I kind of made her think that she might be attacked and killed or dragged away by somebody bad. So, that didn't happen.
As you do.
Because, I suck. I'm a terrible person. I'm a horrible human being. I understand. That's my job. I'm a DM. But like I said, we love you very much, Comet. And we hope things get less hectic enough that you can decide to actually come back. But in addition to that, again, great game, everyone. The Siege of the Orphanage is officially completed. And congratulations, you have all leveled up.
Hooray! Now we just have to get rid of that frickin' lieutenant or whatever the hell he is.
Yeah, you still have a thing happening, but
Do
For the
we
mo-
have to?
I mean,
Unless you want to be under his thumb forever.
I mean, you don't have to. You have options.
However, side quests make us level up faster.
So, but anyway, thank you again to my players. Thank you again to my mod. Again, a special thank you to Comet. And you know, it's got a bittersweet. I hate to say goodbye to anybody in games, but we definitely understand and we love you very much. So, and thank you to all of you who have been watching and supporting everything we did. We had a lot of love tonight, and I'm gonna call out all of the love that we just had tonight.
You ain't gonna call me out.
Damn straight, I'm gonna call you out. All right, so first call out. We had thank you to your head, you fucking beautiful human being, you, for the raid. Thank you so much. Daddy Chaos again, also not only for the raid, you beautiful human being, but for the follow for the channel. Thank you so much, Daddy Chaos. Mama Shady gifting a tier 1 sub to KGM 113. Thank you, Mama. Wild King, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I hope that you come back. Ocelotus gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Ocelotus Gaming. For those who don't know Ocelotus Gaming, get your life in order. You need to know who this guy. You need to know and follow and watch all the things. We've shouted him out, but definitely follow Ocelotus Gaming.
I have something to say.
Yeah, please.
Super quick. Ocelotus is 0.33 from average viewers for affiliate. So if anybody could find it in their heart to go and whenever he goes live, after you follow him, just go in, say hello, lurk. You know, that would be a really great thing for him.
Yeah, please, let's get him to affiliate, folks. Ocelotus has been such an amazing supporter, not just of this channel, but of so many people. Like Ocelotus is an amazing human being. Like, just the support that he gives is so great. So please, let's share that love. Let's get him to affiliate. Follow him. When he's on, just lurk. If you can't watch, lurk, but just be there for him, and let's give back the amazingness that he has given us, because I can't even begin to. I mean, everything that Ocelotus does for us is just so amazing. So thank you, Ocelotus. And yes, I'm gonna go. So Blackest Soul, Call Me Peter Jr., T for Tinka, Vodashul 42, and Aria Writer. Enjoy your gifted subs from Ocelotus Gaming. Ocelotus also cheering 500 bits because of the little girl saying, "You're fucking welcome." And of course, he just gifted another tier 1 sub, this time to Mama Shady. Ocelotus, just amazing. Again, and I also, not only do I want to thank my Patreon patrons as well, but I just have to shout out Grant Wilson, 88, because Grant Wilson is another awesome human being, major supporter of streamers. I mean, just out of the goodness of his heart, just continuously supporting all of the wonderful things that not only, again, that we do, but other streamers as well. Putting together like artwork, like the new players and creators logo that you're seeing, that was Grant Wilson. The new splash page where you saw, Life's a Playground, make new toys. That's all Grant. I mean, and he not only does it for us, he does it for so many other streamers. The splash pages, the promotional pages, like, he does it out of the goodness of his heart. So I'm going to tell you what I do and what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to suggest that you do it. If he does it for you, go to his page and tip him, because he can't stop you. All right. Just make sure you share that love and give it back to him the way he's been giving it to us, because damn it's amazing. It really is. So I know that was a lot, but I mean, I wanted to make sure that folks know how much I appreciate them. And everybody who was watching, everybody who came on the raids, who's still here, who was maybe here for 5 minutes, and maybe hopefully they got a chuckle or a laugh or, saw something with the game. I hope that you all enjoyed what you've seen. And we hope to see you back here. If you enjoyed this game, we also do a Wednesday night game, Tyranny of Dragons, with a whole set of different players. And as you saw during the break, I also do Friday Night Magic. I play Magic the Gathering Arena on Fridays, every Friday, and I play with folks on stream. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, I do that as well. But thank you so much. This is all. We've been doing this for a year now, and this is very humbling and awesome. And I can't thank I cannot thank my players enough. Because without you, I don't even have a game, right? And this has just been so much fun for me. So thank you again. And yeah, before I keep gushing and repeating myself over and over again, we're gonna call it for the evening. Don't leave right away. We always raid someone who has supported us and supported other streamers as well. So don't leave, even though you'll see, stream ending. We're going to raid somebody. Please share that love. Follow them if you haven't followed them. If you're inclined to say hello in chat, say hello, please. Just show them some love. But if you're not a chatter and you just want to lurk, that's good enough too, right? That's as long as you're there, that's support enough. And that's what we really appreciate. So thank you again. We're going to end officially now. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Let's keep supporting the things that we love and keep supporting each other, because that's how we lift each other up. And we will see you next time. Take care.
Poopsie, the poll is still open. How do I close it?
All right. That's a technical thing that we'll deal with as we end. All right. So have a good night, everybody. What happened? Oh, that's weird. My OBS just had a brain fart.